straight out to our very special guest, Mindy McCready's ex, Billy McKnight, father of her older son, Zander. Billy, thank you for joining us tonight. What was your reaction when you heard Mindy McCready had apparently committed suicide by shooting her dog and shooting herself?
Well, the first thing that my heart fell through my feet. I was just thinking about my son and him having to hear this terrible news. That's all I could think about is how's he going to take this? He just was told a little over a month ago that David killed himself, and now he's back in a foster care, and he's about to get news that his mom's gone, and that was horrific for me.
Now, you've said, and I understand that, and my heart goes out to you, and I hope all of that is resolved, and that these two little boys, Zander and Zayne, his younger half-brother, that it all works out for them. My heart is with them. You said, Billy, that you were around when Mindy attempted suicide twice. What, if anything, were the reasons that you know of for her feeling that suicidal urge not once but repeatedly?
Mindy had a troubled soul. People didn't know about it because it made so many papers. But on her everyday life, there was happy times. But a lot of times she was just bitter, and she spent a lot of time embracing the darkness, I guess you could say, and she couldn't win the battle with her demons. And one time it was at my place. She popped a whole bottle of pills and a whole bottle of wine, and we almost lost her then. And it just seemed like a pattern that was, it was going to happen. She couldn't find peace. When
you say that she had demons, so she had drug and alcohol problems, what was her drug of choice?
Well, she liked the pills, but when I say demons on a personal note, like just her life and the troubles that she had within herself and within her family and friends, the drugs it took it to another level and made it unbearable. But she didn't have peace. She wasn't happy. Sometimes stardom backfires. She was very young when it hit her, and instead of humbling her, it made her arrogant, and unfortunately, it got the best of her. So those demons are the ones that I really feel were the hardest ones, and then when the drinking and the drugging came on top of it, there's just no beating it then.
And as you mentioned, McCready had reportedly attempted suicide twice before. Here she is just last month on NBC, just days after her fiancé purportedly killed himself after he died.
I've never gone through anything this painful, nor will I ever again go through anything this painful.
Howard Samuels, she walked out of rehab earlier this month after 2 days. Why?
Well, Jane, many people that go into rehab, they go in because of an emotional bottom that they hit. And it's great that she went in. But what ended up happening to her, like many thousands of people, is that they start dealing with all the feelings without the drugs and the alcohol. And all these horrific feelings of loss and grief started to come up for somebody like this. And she could not get through that wall. You have to break through the wall and be able to sit with the feelings and deal with them and talk about them. But unfortunately, a lot of people, when they hit that wall, they run.